Best places for New Yorkers to move in Florida. Where are the best places for New Yorkers to move in Florida, right? Hi, my New York peeps. Love y'all. As you know, I relocated from New York back in 2012 to Florida. I chose a Central Florida location just because when you're in New York and you tell someone, I'm moving to Florida, the first thing they tell you is, girl, there's so many hurricanes, right? That's what the first thing they say. So I'm like, okay then, let's follow the mouse. Why not follow Disney World? They came, all the theme parks are in Central Florida. Is there a reason behind that? With the exception of the ones in Tampa. But Tampa is not too in the coast, right? So where are some of the best places though to move to? Well, first you gotta decide what do you want, right? Do you want to be close to the beach? Do you want to be close to the parks? Doesn't mean you're going to be living right in the middle of all the tourism, but where do you want to live? Or do you want to be able to have access to the park if you want to, and to the beach if you want to, all within an hour drive, right? Where is that location looking for you? So some of the best places that we've seen New Yorkers move to, including myself, is Central Florida, right? Why? Because we are taking the advice from our other fellow New Yorkers saying, hey, you want to not be too close to the coast because when the hurricane hits. So Central Florida is a beautiful location. The thing I like about Central Florida is you are close to the theme parks, but you're also within an hour's drive to any of the coasts, right? So if you wanted to go to Clearwater Beach, which is on the Gulf side of Mexico, it's about an hour and 15 minutes away. If you want to go to Daytona Beach, it's another hour away. If you want to do Cape Canaveral or Cocoa Beach, it's another hour away. If you want to go to Melbourne, and that side of the beach is about an hour and 15 minutes away, right? So everything is within an hour of whatever coast you deal with. Cocoa Beach and the beaches on Melbourne or Daytona Beach are really great if you're into surfing, if you like rough water, right? If you're into surfing, you like to do the boogie board stuff, then those beaches are really nice. If you're more in the calmer side of things, you just want to sit on the beach and watch the calm waves and all that kind of stuff, then I would suggest the Gulf of Mexico. The beaches that are close to that side is going to be Clearwater Beach, you have Siesta Keys, and if you really want to go further down, then you're jumping into Fort Myers. There's also a lot of different towns along that coast, right? So you have Riverton, which are on the outskirts of Tampa. You have Gibson Town, you have Land Lakes, you have Wesley Chapels. All these are on the outskirts of Tampa, but they are within an hour to the beach if the beach is what you want. Now, coming back into Central Florida, there are the locations that are closer to the parks, and then there are the locations that you would not even remember that you're really close to the parks, right? So if you want to be a little bit on the outskirts, areas like St. Cloud's, Leesburg, Clearmount, parts of Winter Garden, Winter Park, Sanford, Deltona, those are on the outskirts, right? Those are not going to be in the immediate area. If you want to be in the middle of things in the Orlando area or the surrounding areas of Orlando, then we'll be talking about Windermere, Kissimmee, Davenport, parts of Winter Garden as well. Apopka is a little bit further out, a little bit more rural, but not too far. So it depends upon the location that you think you want to be in. But these are some great places to live. They have great schools, and on top of that, Florida is known for so much virtual schools and homeschooling that if you don't necessarily want your kid to be in school right now and you just want to do more virtual schooling, there's a lot of top-rated schools here as well. But if it's a virtual school and it's an online school, it doesn't matter where you are, because guess what? It's virtual, right? So you decide what you want to do. When I relocated here, at first, I had to find a lot of stuff. I had to find where's the closest dry cleaning, where is the closest supermarket, is there a car wash, right? Now, there's so many car washes popping up all over the place that you probably won't have a problem with that. Once you decide on your location, like whether it's going to be Orlando itself or Kissimmee or Davenport, or maybe you want to go over to Clearwater or maybe on the outskirts of Tampa, or maybe you want to go to Palm Coast, which is a half an hour out of Daytona Beach, which I love. I love the Palm Coast area. I got married there, number one. Number two, it's a little hidden gem. Not many people hear about Palm Coast that much. But there's some beautiful homes in Palm Coast. They're close to the beach. You could be in a condo close to the beach, or you could have a home close to the beach, or you could be 45 minutes away from the beach, but you're still in Palm Coast. It's a beautiful area. The first time I went there was like, oh my gosh, if I was retired, I'd live here, right? If I didn't have to commute. So Palm Coast is another great area that I would suggest as well. So once you decide on the location, now we got to decide on the community. Do you want to have a gated? Do you want to be in a gated community? Or do you want to have gated with 24-hour security, or just gated, or does it really matter, right? Where are you working, right? That's going to be a lot. Are you relocating for a job? And if you're relocating for a job, where is the job located? Is the job close to where, right? Or you're relocating for a job, but you're virtually working, so it really doesn't matter. So, you could choose wherever you want. So some of the best places are the most in places. Some of the best places are not even online. And what I mean by that is a lot of people don't talk about them, right? There are little neighborhoods and little pockets that are not as known as Orlando, right? Because when people think of Orlando, they're thinking Orlando. But when you live here, Orlando could be Claremont, right? Because it's in the Orlando area, right? Much like, think about, I don't want to use Manhattan, but we could use this as a little bit of an example. Let's say New York City, right? So Bronx, Brooklyn, and Queens are seen as New York City, but when you live in New York City is Manhattan, right? New York City is not the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, or Staten Island, right? For us. So when you live in Florida, Orlando is Orlando, and then the other towns around Orlando is in the Orlando area. So we have Kissimmee, Davenport, we have Claremont, we have Winter Garden, we have Windermere, we have Ocoee, sorry. We have Ocoee, we have Apopka. That's still kind of in the Disney area because you're not too far from Orlando. But if you're living here, you're going to tell people specifically I live in Claremont, or specifically I live in Kissimmee or Davenport. But if you're talking to someone outside of Orlando, they may not know where those areas are, so then you would say I live in the Orlando area, right? So that's the difference. And a lot of people are not really moving to Orlando, they're moving to around the Orlando area. And guess what, guys? I always say this. Disney World is not in Orlando. Disney World is in Kissimmee towards Lake Buena Vista, which is another area, right? Not many people live in Lake Buena Vista, but Lake Buena Vista have a lot of resorts and stuff like that there, right? There's some construction going on around me. I'm trying to be outdoors to show you the outdoor part of Florida, and we have some construction going on behind me, so I'm going to cut the video short because I want you to be able to hear me. So if you have any questions or anything like that, send me a quick text at 407-791-4713. It doesn't get this noisy, but for some reason they're doing some construction work on the other side of me, and we're in all this construction work, and they finally calm it down. Right? So if you're thinking of moving to Florida, guys, give me a call. We also will show you around. We will show you the differences between the different towns that you could choose from, and where would be one of the better locations for you to live. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you on the next video.